it's good, right? Like there's no glitching or anything like that, like with my voice.
No, it looks good. Sounds
Clear.
good.
Nice,
Clear.
nice.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on? I've got only half today of Neeve's Knives. I got my boy Jerad on here. How's it going, buddy?
Not bad. How you doing, Ray?
Good, man. I had a question. So I was watching some of your videos before we hopped on tonight, and I was like, man, I don't see Kara on a lot. Like, is it because she's just busy working?
Yeah, for the most part, she's on almost all the lives, and then she joins me for some of the videos. But dude, I record a lot. I'm posting 2 videos a day, 2 lives a week, and then she works a full-time job, and I work like sometimes full-time and sometimes I'm not. Like I've been off the past almost or 3 weeks now almost. So like I have a lot more time to put into it. So it's just scheduled thing, and then she works real hard. So like I don't expect her to jump in all the videos. Most people couldn't do it.
No, you know what? When if someone were to ask me like name 3 of the hardest working channels right now, I would go with Metal Complex, Neeve's Knives, and Bearded Gear is probably what I would say. You guys post a lot, and it's all like dope content too. So.
And I'm actually like I got other stuff coming like because of you, like with your microphone, listening to you really shows me when I listen to myself how horrible my audio is. My audio is horrible. And so I got microphones coming. I'm hoping to I know my lighting's good for what it's worth, but I feel like it could be better. And, once I get the sound and the visuals down, remember, I just learned how to edit. I know to other people watching, it might feel like I've been editing for a while, but to me, I just learned, you know what I mean? So it's been tough learning it. And now since I've got that down pat, and I'm like ready for like that next level of, since I'm putting up so much videos anyways, I want to make sure that they're as quality as possible. I don't want to put up a ton of videos that are just shit.
That's what I do sometimes. It's like
well, dude, I honestly feel like I do that sometimes, especially when you start reading the comments. You're like, oh man, I rushed that or whatever, So
it's just like been a thing where I have to put disclaimers on a lot of my videos because I do a lot of unboxings right now since I've been focusing a lot on the podcast. And when I get to do reviews, I still enjoy it. But right now there's so much stuff coming in that it's just been a lot of unboxings, and I'm trying to basically nail that format, like which angle should I put this camera, like all this lighting. And I have to put a disclaimer, like like my opinions in this video may change. This is just an unboxing because I have people like saying, yo, good review, bro, and I'm like, no, it's not a review though. I opened the box on the cam. Like, I mean,
I know what you mean. I know. I got people asking me like, well, why didn't you talk about this? It's like, dude, it was just an unboxing. I don't even know the name of the knife. I can't tell you the price, but some people call everything a review. I don't think they realize that it is just an unboxing or first impressions, that's basically what it is. Cause you might not even be 100%. A lot of times I don't even know what's coming in. So I'll be opening it up, learning what it is. So
that's definitely happens now. It's like, I'm like, oh, I think this is this. And then I'll open it and it's not that. I'll be like, oh, this is like, I got the half delta from Urban EDC. Half delta. And like, I didn't know what it was, bro. It's literally on a cardboard box that says half delta black tie on it. And I'm like, oh, it's pretty cool. I don't know what steel it is. And it's like dope steel too. It's Elmax. And I like that.
I did the same thing. I had a Chaparral and I had it all the way up to the camera and it has the name on the handle. And I'm sitting there, I don't know what this is. I'm like, is it a dragonfly? Is it this? And I didn't realize till I edited. And then I see it says Chaparral right there. It's like, oh, what an idiot.
So like I was watching one of your videos about scent cut the Actium, right?
Yeah.
And it was funny because like you put out some scent cut knives like the Scepter and the Actium, and then you had a Civivi Badlands there. And you were like, no, but like I did you know that it was not a scent cut?
No, I did. It's I ordered those together.
Okay,
So that
gotcha,
was the
gotcha.
thing. Those were the ones I ordered because I had already had the other sun cut knives. So that was the new set I had.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to get all the sun cut knives. I think they have 4 now. But then Civivi starts putting out these other budgets, like some budget Civivis.
Yeah.
So I felt like it's kind of in the same category.
Yeah, it gets confused. If it's $50, it's like Sencut, right? Like, I mean, but sometimes CBV will release something like 55, 60,
right,
like
or 40
close.
even.
Yeah,
like the one I think it's in the $40 range, and that's what the sun cut knives. But those sun cuts, man, they're killing it. Those things are amazing.
So here is what when I first unboxed some sun cut knives from Backpack B. Shout out to Backpack B. I was like, wow, these are like really cool for the price, especially, you know, it's like Civivi's bread and butter, how they made a name in the game. It was like kind of like better than HCR13 MOV steels, great action, great detent. Like G10 models is what they did. And I feel like Sencut is going to keep doing that. Now when I talk to a YouTube elite about it, some would say the most elite, Nick Shabazz, right?
Yeah.
It was like that there's no vision in the design. And then, you know, it made me think a little bit. So, you know, like the Actium is kind of like the Backlash, right? And then the Sidious is like the Shard or the Wee Knives Rectifier. So it's like it's like the I never tried the Scepter though. That's the thing.
Okay.
That looks
I got it right here.
Yeah, the design. Let me see it again. The design looks more interesting, like fresher than the other ones. Not that the Actium or the Sidious is bad. They're good knives. It's just that I think that Nick was expecting a more innovative like design with it. Like, you know, like Revo knives may not make the best budget category knives right now, but their designs are like fucking out there. I don't know if you've ever tried any of their knives.
No, I don't know what they are.
It's basically Blade Runner Systems, those Bali songs.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Very established company, made a flipper line called BRS Evolve. That's like their, I want to say 120 plus kind of knives, titanium frame lock flippers. And then Revo knives is their budget, is their CVV basically. So you have, you know, it's like their designs are like crazy. You know what I mean? It's like the opposite of the CVV formula of using D2 steel with G10 that has a great detent and great action. But the designs are very...
I want to hit on 3 things you said.
Yeah, go ahead.
One,
go ahead.
Shout out to Backpack B. Backpack B is an awesome channel. Everybody should go check him out. 2, I disagree with that just a little bit. Now, I do agree that they are like the Actium, it's just like the
Backlash.
What was it? The Backlash. Just like the Backlash. I agree with that. But these knives, they're hitting a good knife all around.
Yes,
okay.
100%.
So like, if you need a knife and you're actually using your knife, right? Like they're not supposed to be collector pieces. They're not supposed to look outstanding. They're supposed to work good. And I'm saying from Suncut's point of view, these things have an amazing grind. They're nice and even. They give you a good sharpening choil. The ergos are great. Deep carry clip. The action's phenomenal. Yeah. So, and the steel is a good steel for the price point. Like for the price, you like a lot of knives, like they might get a bunch of things right, but then they'll get the 2 most important things wrong. Like they'll get the grind wrong, where it's not going to cut really good, and then it's not going to sharpen good because the choil shit or because the grind is wrong. So, like I think that they're good. I don't know what they're going to keep going and doing, but from what I've seen, just from the 4 that they have, they're really good for the price points that they have. You know, and then another thing, I wish Nick Shabazz would check out some Tucson's.
Yeah.
Like I've always wanted to see a damn Tucson on his channel. I almost want to figure out his address and just mail one to him.
What's the one with the, oh man, fuck, I don't have my knives here right now. I don't have the Tucson. It was is it the TS49? Is that the one that's tie and carbon fiber with a D2?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. But
it's a night morning design.
I think that's what you're talking about.
It's like super smooth. It's like $80, like I'd say. Yeah. So like that is a good one to look at right away, because like you're getting titanium and carbon with D2, which is a strange combination. Yeah. And then it's like has bearing tracks. It's like incredibly smooth under like $80. Like how do you know what I mean?
Check this out. You can get Where do I got it? I got it right here somewhere. Or actually, I might have it right here. This is an integral. So this is an integral. I got it for $150. M390 integral frag pattern.
Wow.
And
I know that one. Yeah. Sick.
Then like other knives, I mean, for $120 or right around the $100 mark, you can get M390 carbon fiber titanium with some
I know that one too.
smooth action.
Yeah, I know that one too.
I got a bunch of them in here, but from up to $100, you can get. Now they stopped doing D2. For their new knives, all their new knives have 12C27, 14C28 S90V or M390. So, and then they even did one in S110V, but they're hitting a price point or a market that other companies just can't do it.
They can't do
Kubi,
it.
I guess, is doing it a little bit, almost, but not to the extent that they're doing. And it's because of the people making the price mark, because if you get it from eBay, right, you're pricing it, not them. You're bidding on it. I'm sure they ghost bid a little bit, but as long as they get it paid for what they put into it, they'll probably, they let you win it, or as long as nobody else is bidding you up. And if you wait a month after it first drops, you'll get a $300 knife for $100.
Yeah,
so
100%.
If not
That's
more.
why I like them. It's like you can get something. And I talked about this. I keep mentioning the Knife YouTube elites like all the time. I feel so fortunate that I get to chat with these dudes. But like they were saying, they were talking about Tucson's one time, and it was like, even a person who is like the biggest Civivi fan is going to get tired of buying Civivis. And if that is the range, the only price range they can afford, they're going to look to like Tucson or something, or like an OEM or something that's going to make like Tucson just great everything, like great machining, great designs, great materials, and a great price. So it's like
grinds, everything.
Yeah,
like
it's
they used to be pretty thick grinds, but now, man, they've even made it where they've thinned them out. They're killing it. They're doing a lot of great things on their knives. They're listening. You can tell they're listening to the community, which is what you want.
And like a lot of funky new designers that are doing like cool stuff too, which innovative again. Like,
definitely.
That's the thing. But to go back on the Civivi and Scent-Cut thing, so the Scent-Cut, believe what you will. I feel that they are great knives for the price, especially just good all around knives, users. But how Nick said, like, the innovation, the imagination, and the design isn't there. And then you see the new Civivis that are coming out that are like basically Civivi's like, hold my beer, here's some dope designs, like the Natter or whatever that's called. That shit looks sick, dude. That shit looks
They got
sick.
a lot of great designs coming out. Because they listen too a little bit, just like kind of like with the Elementum thing.
It's Wii, bro. It's Wii.
Yeah, it's Wii. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Do you remember when Wii first came out and they were using the Star fucking hardware?
Yes, I do.
And then look at where they're at now. They've really become like a big force in this community, and people like know that a Wii knife is a good knife.
Yes, so I would say they're probably second or third for best OEM. Like if you're a designer or a knife maker and you want to get your knife made by a company and at a price where you can bring it to the people, you have three for the best options. You got Wii, React, and then there you could argue Kaiser in concept and stuff like that. But then there's like a Custom Knife Factory. That I think is the elite. Custom Knife Factory, React, Wii, and then the rest.
Dude, speaking of Kaiser, man, it's like I have not had a Kaiser on my table in a while, and then I got this, which is the M Stealth by Vitesse design.
Oh, it's badass. I see you do the unboxing on that.
This is so light. The spine, I mean, it's crowned here.
That's cool.
There's no
Kaiser does a good job.
It's the fit and finish is just really, really good, and it's $169. S35VN titanium frame lock flipper. There's like crazy weight reduction, like milling on the inside. It's so light. and so ergonomic. You know, Vitesse Design is like a really cool designer. And
Did
this is
you
the
check
first.
this one out? Sorry,
Which one is
sorry. I
that?
didn't mean
Go
to
ahead, go ahead,
interrupt
go
you.
ahead. No, go ahead, go ahead.
But did you check the? Because every time I hear a Kaiser, you know, I think Concept. You know, because they used to be together.
Yeah,
you know,
yes.
whatever.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
check out the Actium?
Oh, the accipiter or the Actium? Accipiter. Is it the accipiter?
No, wait. Sorry, I'm sorry. The
Is it
accipiter. I'm sorry. The accipiter.
I have the
Why
mini.
did I say Actium?
Yeah, I've got the mini one with the Timascus on. Nick sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh,
nice.
shit. Yeah, that one too. Crowned. You got crowning on the spine, and just really, really nice fit and finish.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like they said, you know, like this is the best we could do, and
Right.
like it's pretty freaking good. Like the mini accipiter is $217, like bucks.
With
That's like
Timascus.
yeah, it's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's a good price point.
Oh, dude, for real. I you know, I was really surprised getting it in hand. I was like, man, there's a lot of cool shit going on in the knife world right now. What did you think about? I didn't look at these lineups, but I heard about people who know far more than me talk about them. You know, but basically, no one is excited for anyone's 2021 lineup. I think we probably had a good one, is what I'm hearing, like the sort of chatter, but no one, at least the group chat that I'm in, like no one's excited about any of the knives right now. Do you have any that you're?
Yeah, well, I'll be honest. So like with right, that Civivi dropped. What I was very excited, right? But I was also very let down. And let me explain. So you know, everybody's been yelling at them to get new models of the Elementum, like a bigger Elementum, basically, right? So I saw they had a bigger Elementum, and I'm looking like, oh my God, yes, they got a full-size Elementum. And then I seen it was a fixed blade. So then I was kind of let down because I was like, man, I wanted a full-size folder. Then next, guess what came up? A button lock, and it's a little bit bigger. I was like, oh yes, a button lock Elementum.
Yeah.
But
it's a regular
you
size.
can only use it with the button. So you have to basically so you can't flick it. You have to hit the button and swing it out and swing it closed. So to me, it's like, that's cool, right? That's cool. But I never personally, and this is just me, I know a lot of people like to do the thing like that. I never do that.
I don't do that.
I flick it and then I use the button to close it. Like if it's a button lock. Oh wait, you know, here's a button lock to. So Malibu, right?
Yes, I knew you were gonna.
It would have been so awesome.
I know.
Yeah, it'd have been so awesome if they put a flipper tab or a thumb stud on it, and then if you want to use the button to go like this, you can still. Why narrow it down to only the button?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a weird move too. Like if you're not used to it, you know what I mean? But
why would it?
Talk about the Malibu, right? Like best knife.
Yeah, Malibu's awesome.
What do you think? Like. Best knife of last year?
I think it's very sweet. I haven't reviewed it yet, so I can't really speak too much on it. I just got it yesterday.
It's so nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
The detent's very crisp for a button.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's just so smooth. It's
pretty sweet.
You know, everything about it is so good. The pocket clip is fucking awesome on that one too. Like everything
all Protex pocket clips are amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I haven't felt a bad Protex pocket clip. I haven't.
It's just crazy how they just really haven't been making flippers for that long, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we can do it.
Right.
Like, we can do it like better than
I hope they keep doing it.
It's great. Like the Mordax I got to try. That was really good. The Mordax, and then I got to try the Malibu, and I was like, holy crap! I can see why everyone was just like talking my ear off about it, like how good it was. Literally every single reviewer was like, oh, the Malibu is so good, and I'm like, it's like. In pictures to me, I was like, okay, it looks like a cool Protec, but I wasn't super excited about it. When I got it in my hand, I was like, oh, I didn't know what I was talking about.
I was pretty much the exact same way. Like when I seen it, it's like, oh, it's a knife, right? It looks like a nice knife. But then, and I heard other reviewers like saying like, man, the detent is just so snappy and the button feels so crisp. But then when you get it in hand, you realize like, that is cool. Like it feels really good. There's only a few great button locks that do it like that. Have you ever tried the North Arms Skaha?
Dude, of course I haven't. Like I can't get that. right now?
Well, I just finally, for the first time, okay?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not that special. It just showed up yesterday.
Yeah.
But this is another knife that the price points are actually, I thought they were way more expensive than they are. I guess they're only like $200-300.
But they're hard to get,
the problem
right?
is super hard to get. Like a year on the books, 2 years on the books. I'm not sure how long because I've never been on the books, but from what I heard, it's at least a year on the books. But the crazy thing about this is when you get it in hand, it doesn't make sense. You get it in your hand and you're like, where is it? It's so light.
Wow.
Like put it this way. I have a little tiny knife, like a really tiny knife, and I was comparing it. This is the little Concept Goblin, super tiny. Look at the size difference.
Yeah.
Look at the size difference.
Yep.
They weigh the same.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. It's like, what is going on here? Like, it doesn't feel like you're holding anything, but even though it kind of defies all knife logic, because knife logic tells you, okay, you need a strong detent to kick out a light blade. It's a very thin, light blade, but it's not a really strong detent. It's a perfectly well-tuned detent.
Wow, that sounds really nice.
And then the drop, and it's so light. How does a knife that light drop so easily without like a super light detent? Like it just, everything about it doesn't make sense.
That's
for what
dialed
you
in,
expect
bro.
in a knife.
That's dialed in,
pretty
man.
Cool.
Let's talk about like sharpening a little bit. So do you have like a little side business thing going on where like people pay you to sharpen their knives now?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I've been very lucky that I've been getting a lot of people have been contacting me and sending me work. So it's really kind of kept me afloat since I haven't been working the past few weeks. So it's been awesome.
That's great, dude. Like what do you charge for sharpening?
About $30 a knife now, plus shipping, because obviously you got to pay for shipping. Now some knives, like if you send me a knife in 8CR or something, I'm gonna I'll charge by 20, just $20. But
because most knives I get are
right, exactly. But most of the knives I get are gonna be S35 and up. So it just depends on the steel, and then also like, if you send me a knife, say in 20 CV, that's crazy thick behind the edge and is all chippy, I would most likely tax maybe $5 more, because it's going to take
price, bro.
It is. I think so, because I'm freehanding it. I am freehanding it. I do have a fixed system that I could use, but I don't. I like to do it all freehand, and
that's so sick.
Let them choose what kind of edge they want. And then a lot of times they just say, hey, just do whatever you think. And then sometimes I keep in touch with them, and just to let them know, like, it's feeling really good at this grit. I'm going to keep going. And if it starts like losing like its bite or something, maybe I'll drop back down. But I try to make it perfect for the knife and what they want. Because if you send a knife to somebody and everybody just puts a mirror polish on the knife, that's not necessarily what's a good thing.
No,
not every knife needs a mirror polish.
Yeah.
He's going to get it, he's going to take it, and he's going to go use it now. And then he's going to, either the edge might go dull, or maybe he might, now his beautiful mirrored edge is all scratched up because he used it once.
Yeah.
Rather than just putting a great edge that would work good for him.
Yeah, I like that. I like that philosophy, man. That's probably what I would want. I'm not a big like it's gotta be 15 degrees. I'm not a big I want it to like do what the knife is supposed to do. Like I want it to do that at its best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I mainly I like to carry knives like just like this. This is like 3-inch or below, blade length, light, easy to carry in the pocket. That's what I like. And flip well. That's the thing. It has to flip well. That's the kind of knives that I like.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this? It's total garbage.
Dude, I seen your video on it.
Garbage.
You seem to kind of weirded out by it, though.
I never trash any knife, and I've gone out of my way to trash this in almost every podcast I've had this week. Like, why would you do this? Why?
It doesn't make sense.
Why would you do this?
It's funny because I have an M-Tech knife right here. That's almost, this is an M-Tech knife, dude. It's like the same thing.
Dude, this is $217.
That's my point. That's my point.
Why would you do this?
No, I don't know. That's crazy.
I was like, everything is a hot spot on this. Like I feel like it just I just get really upset.
What was that one knife?
Which
what
one?
was that one knife you pulled out? I think you put it on a reel on Instagram, but you also did an unboxing.
The magnetic one?
No. The one it's got it's got like a hole in it for you to flick it. It's not big.
Yeah. Is it like a warren?
It was the first. Yeah.
That is the magnetic.
It's kind of shaped. It's not the magnetic one, I don't think. It's kind of shaped like this, but it's not. That's not. It's kind of shaped like that.
That is.
It's black.
Is it this?
You literally. I just seen you in a reel with it. No, not that one. It was in the same unboxing
as this. Oh, another Vitesse design. The Eclipse.
Yes.
It's a front flipper.
What is that?
The Eclipse. It's a front flipper, and yes, you could do middle finger flicks on it.
That is so
cool.
It's
interesting what he did here, Vitesse Design. So this is releasing under his own name, I think. It's on Kickstarter. It's going to be 100 for the G10 models, and it's going to be 140 for the fat carbon fiber, which is, you can see the blue a little bit there. But what's interesting is, like, I thought that this was full tie, but it's not. So what he did was, to keep the cost low, because this is S30V, right? So you can get S30V, I guess, a G10 scales for $100, and then you could get the fat carbon fiber with the steel back and steel clip for 140 on Kickstarter. I don't know if it's out yet.
Wait a second. So the frame side is steel?
I went on TikTok today, and Vitesse Design is on TikTok, so I tagged them. And you know, on TikTok, it's kind of embarrassing because I'm like not really myself. So I would be like, check out the fat carbon fiber scales, my guy. You know, and I'm like, front flipper. I go like that.
Right.
No, but I said, you know, I was like, titanium clip, right? And then he commented, and he was like, oh, it's steel back and steel clip. I was like, so I kind of like, I scratched my head a little bit, because that is kind of an odd pairing of materials, right? Stainless steel,
definitely,
fat carbon fiber, and S30V. Like, I've never, like, that doesn't normally a company.
No, that doesn't even make sense. I would never think that was steel.
But the thing is, like, you get it for 140. So I don't know. That's kind of like playing around the Tucson realm, if you think about it. Because
if they use tie, it would be. If they use titanium.
So it is a good knife, man. It's very tiny, but it's like really good ergonomically. I could get, you know, with small hands, you can get a 4-finger grip on it. And you got this right here. 2 methods of deployment. So it's like, it is pretty freaking cool. But
very cool.
But like the pairing of materials is a little odd. I haven't talked to him about it. I'm going to do a follow-up and cut some stuff with it. I like the way you've been doing your reviews, by the way. It's kind of like what I like to do now too, which is like talk about it and then add scenes. Like little
Thank you. Because I got that from you. I got that from you.
I love it.
And Backpack B. That's who I got it from, because literally I'd watch you guys' videos and I would see some of the close-ups and the B-rolls you guys would get of some of the knives, and I was like, man, I gotta figure that out, because like when I'm talking about something, like say if I say, oh, it's got a green pivot, right, collar or something, I feel like, well, at that point I should be able to show it, so that, because there's people that are just getting in. And they might not know what the hell a detent ramp is, you know, or caged bearings or whatever. So, you know, I might not be able to do it every single time, but through the video, I want to be able to teach people that are learning, and the people that already do know, they get good visuals. And also it keeps you kind of staying with the video, right? Because like if I'm talking, you can already see the knife. Now, if all of a sudden I put a roll in of it doing something or showing some type of close-up, it kind of captures your attention for a second. And keeps you watching, so that because you know how it goes. Like you'll do a 15-minute video and you'll look at your analytics and people watch for 2 minutes. You know, and you're like, damn, you know, what did I do wrong? You know, that's what you feel.
Well, you know, it's like multiple angles and constantly changing angles keeps a person engaged. I mean, that's why on TikTok, all my videos, even though they're 15 seconds, everything that I talk about is a new angle or like a new clip. So I'll say like, it's a front flipper, and then I'll stop recording, and then I'll go like titanium clip, and then I'll switch off. Then I'll talk about the thing. So it's like, even though I'm only doing a 15-second clip, like 15-second video, like each section that I talk about, even though I'm just mentioning the materials, is all a different shot essentially.
Right.
So that's the thing with videos. You know, the people that do it the best, like our quote unquote knife review style, is like the tech people, because they're all gonna they start off doing front facing videos. This is a Samsung Note 10 Plus. You know, this is what I like about it, and then they splice in the B-roll of what they're talking about, and that's kind of like where I got the idea from. It's like, why can't knife people do that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna do the review like this, and then I'll just splice in what I think is gonna be cool. So the way I do it, I'm gonna share my secret with you, is I have a notepad where I'll have the specs of the knife there, and I'll also I also have like a breakdown of points I want to hit. Like, I think the first thing I do is aesthetics, then I do like action, and then I do like the materials, and then, you know what I mean? It's a list, so I have to go down the list. And what I do is I shoot the front facing part first, so I actually do the review like doing this, right? And then after I'm done recording that part, I'll start shooting separately the things on the list. Like, I have to get a shot for aesthetics. I have to get a shot for action. I have to get an action shot of me cutting cardboard. And then when I'm watching the video and editing is when I'll get, oh, I have a shot for this, I'm going to put this here.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah. And I think if you keep doing that, I'm certainly going to keep doing it. You'll just get better at putting things together and maybe plan ahead.
Yeah, you know, even when you're doing the thing, you'll already know, like, okay, I know at this part I'm probably gonna splice this in, or gonna take this out. So maybe I'll pause right here, you know, and then wait. Because, like, say for me, like when I do my sharpening, right, I'll record the sharpening. But honestly, I have a lot more recorded than ever goes in the video. Like, so what I do is, like, so when I'm going to flip my stone, I'll pause the video, then I'll unpause as I'm flipping my stone, you know, like going to the next stone to keep sharpening or something. And then I'll show a little bit of that stone. Even though there's a lot more recorded, I just cut it off. But I also, what I do a little bit differently is I'll record clips like throughout the week of me using it. Like, cause like when I am working, I'll take the knife to work, and at work I use my knife a lot. So I'll try to set up a camera and get a little bit of use. And then I'll talk about, like, hey, I brought it to work. You know, I was cutting it at work, how it carried, how, you know, it worked, yada, yada. And I'll be able to splice that in of me at work with the knife. And then, you know, I'll talk about, like, you know, maybe it got chippy or something. I'll show the edge and then show sharpening. Because I think the sharpening part is important to a lot of people. Some people might not care, but a lot of people do, because if their intended purpose is to use the knife, then they're going to want to know, okay, well, how does it sharpen? Am I going to have to cut in a sharpening choil? Does it have a good one? You know, what's the geometry like after you sharpen it? Because some knives, like, they just don't have good geometry. And once you start sharpening, it just gets worse and worse. So I like to talk about that. And also, I think it's good for the sharpening because then I add in other little pieces of things. Like, I'm using these stones, this stropping material, you know, and a lot of people in the questions like, hey, what stones were those? Can you send me a link? You know, yada, yada. So it winds up showing people not just the knife. They wind up learning about other parts, tools. Sometimes I'll show them the tools I'm using to work on the knife. Like, say if I'm cutting in a choil or something, this would be really easy. You can go pick one up at Menards for $20 and a bit, and you can cut in your own sharpening choils or whatever. You know, not all sharpening choils, but some, you know, if it's an easy one, you know, some knives are very easy to do that with. But yeah, I'm definitely getting better at the editing thing, and it's taken me a little while, but now I'm starting to plan ahead with my videos.
See, the thing is like, and I always like dream big when I think about this stuff, and it's like, oh, you know, just keep working hard right now, because maybe in 10 years a kid will be filming me do this and edit my stuff, you know, because like I'll be focused on making the content, which is what most YouTube people do actually. Can you imagine you're sharpening and then there's like just a kid with the big DSLR, just like
I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't imagine. Then,
dude, it's gonna happen for you.
He does all the editing.
I know, right?
I just have to do this shit.
I'm just a personality, and I just do. That's what I want, bro. That's what I want. Honestly, it's like it's crazy because I used to be this big editing guy, and I liked a lot of cinematic stuff, and I do, right? Like when I get a chance to do that, I love doing it. But right now, since I can't really go outside, I'm working 6 days a week now. I don't have 2 days a week to work on videos anymore. Most of my videos are done right before work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You get up early to do them.
I mean, I get up at 6 and I kind of laze about for about an hour, right? Maybe an hour and 30, and kind of just like, I got to pack my lunch for work because I'm on this militarized diet plan by the Kelly over here. I mean, bro.
I want to talk to you about that in a little bit.
Yeah. So it's like, after I pack the lunch, I'm like, okay, I got to work out. And then I shower and then I get into the video mode. And usually by that time, I'll have like an hour left to set up for a video. If it's an unboxing or like maybe a giveaway video you can do real quick, but an unboxing I have to do the 3 camera, I have to do all that, and then I edit when I'm at work because I'm at, I work at a CBD shop. Shout out to A-List CBD. I just edit there during the slow times, and then I get to edit my video and upload, that day. So it's just changed. It's changed the way I run the YouTube channel now. The what's dope about it, what's whack about it thing was really dope, but it's like I can't do that right now. So I'd rather not do a shitty version of it,
Right. I understand.
So you want to talk about the diet thing?
Yeah. So like, well, because I've heard you say it a few times, because I know your girl, she's, I don't know, what would you call her exactly? I know she's like an exercise person. She's a personal trainer, right? So she's a personal trainer,
which is one of the biggest gyms in America.
Yeah. I knew that. I just couldn't think of it, man brains. But, so she, so I know she likes to work out, and she's obviously a trainer. So she gets you, like working out and on a special diet and everything.
Well,
what's your diet look like?
I told her, I said, look, I want to look like one of these guys from the UFC. Like we were watching, I was watching one championship one time while I was working out, and I said, can you make me look like this? And I
woke up in the morning, wake the fuck up.
Well, I mean, I have good genetics. Like my oldest brother is super shredded and jacked, and he's like 49 years old. He's in the
Ninja Warrior, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, he's on there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So my girl is like, okay, I'm gonna give you a workout plan, and then I do a different thing every day. Like I think today was, I think today was like back and like biceps or something.
Yeah.
So I'm never working at the same thing. Back then I was just doing like as many push-ups as I could, like fucking 400 push-ups a day. And it was like,
you work out every day?
Every Sunday is the only day I rest, just like Chick-fil-A.
Right.
No, but so the diet plan is, bro, it's insane, bro. It's too much. So I only get to have, so I eat 4 meals a day. In the morning, at 12 noon is my first meal. I have 3 eggs and 3 pieces of turkey bacon. That's it.
All right.
Then an hour and 30
every morning.
At 12 noon. I only eat at 12 noon. I stopped eating.
Okay, so do you you what's it called?
I intermittent fast. Yeah.
You fast.
Yeah, it's called intermittent fasting. So I stopped eating at about, I want to say 7 p.m. And then I don't eat till 12. But what happens is at first that's really hard, but your body like gets used to it and like works actually like better. Like I have more energy, my mind's clearer. So then after at 1:30, it's so sad, bro. So I have the next meal is going to be 4 ounces of meat. It could be chicken. It could be beef. I usually have ground beef or chicken. I have 1/3 cup of vegetables, which is like peas, string beans, corn, whatever. And I have 1/4 cup of brown rice.
Wow.
That's my meal at 1:30. And then I have 2 more meals that I can eat whenever I want until I go home. I go home at around 7:30. So it's like I do get 4 meals, small ones, but throughout the day, and I spread it out. And by the time I get home, I drink another protein shake. I also have a protein shake in the morning.
How many protein shakes do you drink a day?
2. 1 in the morning,
2?
1 at night. Yeah, when I get home at night.
What kind of shake are you drinking?
I drink some like.
Do you know the name of it?
Yeah, I can send you a picture later. It's some like some powder that my girl found. It's from GNC, but it tastes good and it's worked for me. It's not super expensive, so we just get like tubs of it, and I drink 1 in the morning and then 1 as soon as I get home. So my last
shaker
meal,
cup?
yeah, blender bottle, and then that's for 6 days a week.
I just recently got a shaker cup, and man,
Yeah.
before that I was stirring.
Oh, shit.
I am so happy I got the shaker cup, bro. So happy.
Yeah.
It sucks stirring that stuff up. Oh, it sucks. The shaker cup, it's so fast. But
It's like you're making chocolate milk. Like
I usually get the vanilla one, but I have had the chocolate one. Do you take creatine or anything?
I don't, and not because I don't want to. So like I am trying to keep it as low cost as possible because like I don't have a lot of disposable income, and I like to save money.
Dude, I can send you
the bank.
I can send you the link to the
send it to me
to the creatine. They're real. The ones I take are real cheap, and it's not powder because the pills are normally more expensive.
Yeah, I would expect so.
It's so easy to take, right? And then with the powder, it's harder to take because you got to drink the whole shake. But these are actually very affordable.
Yeah.
And I pick them up. I usually get three bottles at a time.
Nice.
But
I remember creatine was big back then when I was in high school. Everyone was like trying to get jacked. Like
yeah. You remember all the drinks, even at the gas stations, they all had creatine in them. Is that everybody was creatined up?
I would try it again. My girl knows all about that stuff, and I would definitely.
I know, like
I've had it before.
With the like with some of like the fitness guys that I listen to, like the couple main things.
Did you listen to like David Goggins? And he's just like,
no, I don't listen. I listen to a couple different guys like I can't remember all their names. I listen to Athlean X sometimes. He's a good guy. Body Transformation, and then there's a couple of just regular guys that I listen to that are really good. But you know, like you obviously want a high protein intake.
Yeah. I definitely take protein the most is what I take. See what Complex told me, and Metal Complex probably the most jackknife dude I know, right?
Carbs.
Yeah, he was like, right? Bro, if you want to get big, just eat good carbs and a lot of like good fats, like avocado oil.
That was the next thing I was just gonna say. It also jacks your testosterone up.
What's crazy is I actually don't eat a lot of that stuff right now, but I used to. But I think so. This month is like we're going hardcore, like trying to shred me down just to see how shredded I can get. For this month, I've got like 2 weeks left. No cheat days either. I've not had a cheat day. I think I had one in like 2.5 weeks.
Something's happening.
Bro, what happened, bro?
I don't know. Hang on a second.
What happened, bro? Your phone's out of battery?
Hang on. No. There we go.
Is your phone out of battery? No, you're good? Okay.
No, I don't know. Something just happened.
Yeah.
Sorry. Why?
It was an authentication code.
It's all good. Never mind. You all good?
Authentication code. You know what's crazy is last night I was on a podcast with Bearded Gear, and my niece called me, and it was the first time on the show. I was like, why is she calling me right now? I was like, I'm gonna teach her a lesson, and I put it on speaker. And she was trying to get like the code for my Netflix. Like she got mad embarrassed. But
I used to use my mom's. I used to watch it all the time, but then
my entire family used my Netflix. My entire family, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and
you can give like 7 people or something, right? I think
dude, Asians roll deep on the Netflix, bro. I think I got like 20, bro. Like we pay for the highest quality though.
Oh, where you can get the most people.
Yeah, I think it's not 20. You know what I mean? But it's not 20 at a time. Like we're not doing that. So you know,
well, I know like my mom's, hers had it where she could have up to like 7 people, or something like that. Use the code. Yeah. So I was using it. I think there was like 5 of us all together.
We all share our stuff. So like my mom has DirecTV and she has all the channels. So if you actually have that, you could download any of the channel apps and watch like anything. So like I have HBO Max, I have Stars, I have everything. So I've got like all the HBO Max shows like for free because my mom has it. But I had to set that shit up. I had to call AT&T and DirecTV and set it all up, and it took like 2 hours, but it was worth it. Like I have all the channels now. You know what? I have such a good time anytime Neeve's Knives is on the show that I almost forgot to play the game with you right now. So I've been playing this game. I
seen you play with who did I see you play with?
Backpack B.
Yeah, Backpack B.
Dude, Backpack B is like, it's so funny because I asked him like what his family vacation was like, and I could tell Backpack B may have grown up with money, and he did say that. He did say that. He was like, I grew up with money, but I am trash. That's what he said.
Right. I remember him saying that.
And I was like, so what was your family vacation like as a kid? He's like, oh, we didn't really go on any vacations. I was in the lake house a lot. I'm like, oh my God, we got an aristocrat over here. You know?
I guarantee you haven't had trash like me. I can promise you that.
2 days ago, I was on the podcast with Carlos EDC. And I told him, I was like, listen, this is how trash I am. I will drink a black coffee and have some left over and leave it on the table. I will come home and I will drink that coffee that's been sitting there all day. Yo, Carlos was like this, Ray, that is garbage.
I'll drink cold coffee all day. I'll have coffee sitting that's cold from the day before and I'll still drink that shit.
Dude, me too.
I don't care. I don't care. I like cold coffee. You know what? It's kind of weird. I like cold coffee.
Well, you know what?
Isn't it kind of weird?
If you leave it out though, it's kind of, you know, like when it comes to cleanliness.
But you know what's
kind of like not what we should do.
I'm married to a barista though. Yeah, I get the best coffee. I get the best coffee in the world.
I am a coffee master.
She's a coffee master. I'm sorry.
Up?
She used to be an ex-barista. Hey, there was something I want to talk about really quick. Check this out what I just got.
Let me see.
Wait, can I have an intro first?
Yeah. Here's my lovely wife,
It is Kara. We got both
I'm Jerad with my lovely wife, Kara.
Bang.
Awesome. Bang.
Do I? Okay, so I want to show you something that I just
show me.
I just got this in today, and I haven't even showed it on my channel yet. And I know it's not like a regular knife, but I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Okay.
I bought a damn straight razor. I'm gonna try to shave with it. They also threw in a stropping belt.
That's awesome.
Snap!
It says free gift on there. I didn't know this was coming. And then I got one of those brushes. You know,
so you're gonna like actually like shave?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I want to front flip it so bad. Don't you?
Yeah, I do.
You can be like Johnny Depp in the movie Sweeney Todd, like do a musical.
Well, I was thinking how much money we spend on razors. I'm thinking like, man, I sharpen knives for a living, and I can't even shave with them. Come on, what?
Am I supposed to shave my leg?
No, you use the razors. I'll use that.
Could you shave leg hair with this?
I don't see why not, but it's not for that though. It's
I'm not gonna lie. The razor that I use, to, like trim and shit, is like all like girly razors. Like my girl just buys like a value bag of them. They're pink, and that's what I use.
We're the opposite. I use the man ones.
What like Mach 3 and shit? I'd rather have the Venus.
We use like the 4 or 5.
We use the 5-blade Gillettes.
Oh,
but, the one with the one on the back. Because I like to flip it around because I can get really close, like you know, and trim like close spots. But the thing is, though, man, those things are fucking expensive.
Yo, they are.
They're so expensive.
They're so expensive.
So if this is an option to where I sharpen knives anyway, so if I can just buy one of these and keep sharpening it, if it works, I don't know. I might try it and be like, fuck this, bro. This shit's for the birds. I might say that. I don't know.
It's so funny. The next video you make, you have like the Joker, like Heath Ledger.
Like Joker?
It did not work out.
Cuts everywhere. Yeah. You see little tissues everywhere.
All right. So you know what? Let's do this. We're gonna play Are You Garbage with both of you. Now, just to make it clear, right? This is not my idea. H. Foley and Kevin James Ryan are comedians. They do this much better than me, but it's all in fun. It's all comedy. Your financial status growing up or right now does not determine whether you are classy or trash. Like you can be rich and be total garbage. You know what I mean? So, and it's a funny thing. It's really a way to get nostalgic with the guest and go down memory lane of how they grew up and really get to know them. And I thought that maybe people
might not even be ready for the answers that I got.
I played it with Kelly, and there was definitely some funny, and also like people are gonna be like shocked, like it's something.
This might get sad, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you know, let's try to keep it like light. I'm just joking. It could get dark, but like you know, we're trying to produce comedy here. But you know, let's talk about a little bit about. Jerad, let's start with you. Like, how did you grow up? Like, mom and dad were present, like loving family kind of deal, or like what happened?
No. So my parents got divorced when I was little. I grew up in the projects.
I'm
my
same
mother.
thing with me.
My dad was around. My dad was around, so he was there.
Cool.
He my dad, I guess you could say he was kind of a bit of like a gangster, you know. So like, you know, he did his thing, and I kind of grew up in that lifestyle with him. And then I had like kind of two lives because I had my dad's side of the family, where like my grandma had a farm and stuff like that. So I grew up like on a farm hunting and fishing and racing and riding dirt bikes and motorcycles and working on cars. And then I had the lifestyle during the week at my mom's house in the projects, you know, growing up in the hood, you know, with all the hood rats, I guess you could say.
Yeah, same with me. That's exactly how it went with me. Kara, do you want to play this game, or like are we doing just Jerad here?
Yeah, I'll play. We could just
both all right. So same question. Just talk a little bit about that part, the beginning. You know,
my mom and dad are still married to this day.
Nice.
They were both around. I have one brother, so really it was normal, lower or regular middle class kind of living. As I got older, my parents started doing better to be like more of an actual like middle class, regular suburban family. So that was nice, but moved out when I was pretty young. So I started, you know, kind of bouncing around like my teenage years, and I moved out to the same area where Jerad grew up. So you know, at a young age, I kind of like went out on my own, and that was a little bit probably stupid and kind of affected my upbringing in a way because I was alone and not with my family that I had the option to be with. So that's really, I mean, but as a child, I had pretty much what you would consider normal, as normal as it can get, you know.
What's crazy is listening to you two, I can tell why we get along so well is I went through the same thing basically. Mine was a little different because when I was in the Philippines, my dad was a poor, they came from a really poor family. They couldn't afford electricity. And my dad was studying with a kerosene lamp. He would always tell me like, you know, after he would study, he'd have like black boogers and stuff because kerosene like will release like the vapors and all that. But my dad studied his way to wealth. He became like of a really big bank, and we had we were rich. Like I could ride my bike in my living room. It's like I had a big mansion and all that.
That's amazing.
But that was at the time in the Philippines where we were under a dictatorship, and the dictatorship was overthrown, and all our money was taken away. So when I came to America, I was very like poor, you know, very poor. Like I was wondering why the fuck my mom wouldn't buy me a G.I. Joe that I saw at Toys R Us. You know,
right.
I'm getting upset. Like, why don't I have Cartoon Network? My cousins have Cartoon Network. They have cartoons all day. You know what I mean? So I had to like relearn what it was like. And just like you, Kara, I left home early. I left home real early. I think the first time I ran away from home, I was like 16. And then I moved out officially at 18. And I didn't come back for a long time. So, you know, very simple upbringings. But my family did love me, though. I think it was just like a kind of rebellion because I didn't mesh with them. Because like my folks were split, but they didn't let us know till much later. Like I had to find out like they were already split for a while. They just didn't tell us. But,
I think parents do the best they can, how they can.
They're human, just like us. You know,
like even my mom. Like I knew we were poor. Like I knew we were dirt poor. I remember watching my mom cry, like because we had nothing, no money, no nothing. Like we didn't know how we were gonna eat. But I knew that though. You know what I mean? So like I knew better when we were at the dollar store to ask for a toy. You know what I mean? Like I knew better.
Good kid.
But I know like even now. She did everything she could. Like I give my mom credit because she fought her ass off.
That's awesome.
You know,
that's awesome. Well, you know what? Now that we've got that out of the way, people know a little bit more about you guys, and that was awesome. By the way, I guess
I got boogers on my nose.
That's okay. I have boogers in my nose. They can't tell.
Of course, on camera.
I was fashionable for you guys today. I wore my hat. I didn't do my ponytail that I'm really tired of right now.
Do you see my shirt? Do you see it? Can you see it from there?
Caffeine dealer. That's sick. That's sick. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions to determine whether you're classy or absolute trash. All right. So this is all in fun.
Do we even need the questions? No, I'm just joking.
Let's do this. This is so funny. You know, let's start with the very basic questions of Are You Garbage? Growing up, did you have a glass of milk with dinner?
Yes.
No.
That's the
I always did. I
because
still do.
I didn't like milk though. It wasn't because I couldn't. It's because I just didn't.
Like, do you still have
love
a glass
milk.
of milk with dinner now?
I'll have a glass of milk right now. Right fucking now.
He does.
I love milk.
No, so the
How
weird
do you
thing.
drink your
He
protein shake?
drinks half
No,
and
no, no.
half.
Oh, my protein shake is only water.
What? You're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
it garbage.
No,
You're
I know.
garbage.
Listen.
I am.
You're garbage, bro. No,
No. You literally drink half and half.
yeah, I'll drink.
It's
I'll drink the shit out of the cow's tit.
He
Like, I
probably
love
would drink heavy cream if I let him.
Listen, the protein shake though, if you read them, it says like with whole
You
milk.
could
That's
use
how many
milk.
grams.
Yeah, it says like you could use milk if you want.
Ew.
But I like it just because.
So
though.
here's the
I love
deal.
it.
Like the funny story that I've told before is like I went over a white friend's house. Not trying to get racial, but that was the situation. I think they were Italian, and first of all, the house was in disarray. Like it was almost like a hoarder situation. But the dude had a Nintendo with all the games, like WrestleMania, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So you know whose house I'm going over, right?
Right.
And like we were served spaghetti with a glass of milk, and I was like, ew. And
Fucking
they were just like
delicious.
slurping it. Look at Jerad. It's like that's so bad.
That's
What is it?
disgusting.
Is it like the red sauce and the milk just go together? Like,
Yeah, well, milk goes good with everything, in my opinion. I love milk, just period. I love it.
One time my brother ate milk in a turkey sandwich, and I thought it was the most nasty thing I've ever seen in my life.
See,
I thought
with
that
me,
was like an American thing, like that kind of tradition, like a bologna sandwich, you know, with like
with
an
some milk, yeah.
like an
Not in
Oscar.
my world.
Okay, so when growing up, we
Dang.
even had a name for it. Like there was red top and blue top. Red top was whole milk, blue top was 2%. So like it was always like, hey, pick up a gallon of red top. Grab some red top.
We were not a milk drinking family in my household.
I
at
would,
all.
in my family, you'd be trash as fuck if you didn't drink.
We
the
only
milk.
bought non-fat milk because it basically tastes like water.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
that's trash to me. Like is like
Skim
the
milk.
skim milk or something. I don't like that. I'm
All right, well,
why?
according to
Water.
the rules of the game, though, Jerad, that goes in the trash pile.
I'm the trash. I got you. I got you.
And Jerad, that's a no on the milk with dinner, right? I carry.
no.
Okay, cool.
We didn't. My mom doesn't do it. I don't do it. No, we don't do.
Does your
milk.
dad drink milk?
No,
Okay.
not like that.
Yeah. Okay. How about this? Have you ever owned a chia pet?
Yes.
Chia, yes.
Which one? Which one?
Chia.
Yeah.
I had the turtle.
That's the one I have.
That's dope. That's a
Yeah.
classic one. I've had someone
I
say
think I had one that looked like a guy.
They
Like
have
the
the
Afro guy? The Afro
they had a
guy,
bunch
or-
of different ones.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have different
and
ones.
It grew.
He had like a nose.
But you know what I did though? I cut it into a mohawk.
Did
I
you?
thought it
That's
was so
sick.
cool.
That's sick.
Do you remember
I
how
know.
you did it? It had like seeds, and you had to like mix the seeds in like water, and you had to like rub it
Spread it.
over the spread it over the top. It grows fast as hell though. I
Yeah.
remember like it started growing in like
Chia.
2 days.
Yeah, I
Within, like,
always
2
sang
days, it was
along
like
with
green
it, and
stems.
I always wanted the Stegosaurus one. Those were the ones that came a little
Yeah.
bit later. I never
Yeah.
got one though, but I would always sing along with the song. So we're all trash. In
Chia.
that
They were
regard.
big when I was
Yeah.
a kid. They were
They-
huge.
Yeah, when they
Yeah.
came out, I mean, they lasted forever too.
Yeah, but
Every
you know-
year they.
Yeah, but
They
you know,
drop.
like somebody like a senator's son is not gonna have a chia pet though. You know what I mean? So like we are like in that. Okay, that's one for the garbage file. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, are you keeping track of the score for us, or should we be keeping
somewhat, because what ends up happening is
Because he already knows we're gonna be trashed at the end. So he's already
no.
knows, like, how he
So I'm gonna
happy.
tell you this right now, right? I'm gonna tell you this right now. I was thinking, and you know, I don't want this to be like racially flavored, but I would think that immigrants that come to the country would have kind of like a sketchy, trashy beginning because you're working your way up, right, from nothing, right?
Right,
Dude,
right.
Carlos EDC, all class, bro. All
Yeah.
you know, and his parents.
I
Mexico.
don't think I honestly, since I've known like I've been around obviously every type of ethnicity, every
Mhm.
type of color my whole life. So like to me, like I never determine like what something's gonna be or not gonna be, because I've
Yeah.
met rich and poor across the board.
Yeah.
Like with everybody, every type, every category of person. Like
privilege? and
privileged
not.
or
Yeah.
not, or
Mhm.
grown up rich or not, you know, immigrants, dirt poor.
Immigrants
I've
are
worked-
scrappy as hell.
No,
They get
well, that's the
I've worked
thing. It's
with-
like the only reason why I thought that is because I'm an immigrant and I grew up that way. But I've met people that have hundreds of millions. I worked for someone that had hundreds of millions of dollars, and I remember seeing them. They were wearing like, you know, those earbuds that go in your ear,
Mhm.
right? And then they took it out and there was just wax all over it, bro.
Ugh.
Like they don't clean their ears. So your financial status does not determine whether you are, trashy or classy. So, but I would think that since my upbringing, even though my mom, I love you, Mom. Don't get mad at me if I clip this and put it on Facebook. She's a classy lady, all class. Like when you see her, very well put together, very regal jewelry, like like a person that. If they go to Atlantic City or something, they get like the black card treatment or whatever like that.
Yes,
like,
that sounds like my mother too. Now.
Yeah, but like
growing up, she wasn't like that though.
In the 80s, you had to cut some corners. You had to cut some corners. It was she raised 4 versions of me. I had 3 brothers. Can you imagine just the food alone? On her own.
It's funny. I just found out I had another sister like 6 months ago.
Oh snap! That's crazy.
From 23andMe. The 23andMe, the DNA thing.
Wait, really?
Not from my mom, from my dad.
His sister did the DNA and found out that they had a half sibling from his dad who's deceased. So we went and met her and stuff. And holy cow, does she look like a blend of his other 2 sisters? It's crazy.
And so I found I have other nephews and all kinds of shit. And what's funny? Get this. I have one sister, and then the sister I met, both named their son. They're the same age and everything. The same name.
Wow.
So I have 2 nephews, the same name at the same age. They never knew each other, till now.
That is the script for a movie with Adam Sandler or Seth Rogen in it, right there. Or like Vince Vaughn or something.
Right.
Dude, that is crazy. All right, let's get some more questions here.
All right, let's do it.
What was your go-to fast food joint as a kid?
McDonald's.
Me too. That's a good that's the good answer actually. If you said something else like Wendy's or something, that's probably not the main.
I think it was all of them though, because Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, and Taco Bell were all in the same block.
I didn't even have Taco Bell yet. Taco Bell wasn't out yet when I was growing up.
Okay.
When I was growing up, like living at home growing up, like previous, like 16 and under, fast food was a privilege. Like if I got to get fast food, it was like special.
Yeah.
Because like eating out is expensive or whatever. So it's like better to save your money, eat at home, it's healthy or whatever. My parents are pretty health conscious. So like if I got McDonald's, it was because we were like going on a road trip or something, and that was it. Now when I got older, if you count my go-to fast food place, it would have been McDonald's. Like I'm not a Wendy's person. I'm definitely fucking not a Burger King person.
I'm not a big Burger King person either.
I hate Burger King.
You like Burger King?
In the 80s, right? Burger King was actually flame grilled. So it was like you can taste the flame charred grill tastiness when you grill a burger. Like you had that in Burger King in the 80s. Now when I have it, it's just like a soggy mess. It's nasty.
Exactly.
It's tasteless.
Nasty.
It tastes
nasty.
like nothing.
Yeah,
it's nasty.
You know what I mean?
Soggy.
I still think Mickey D's, with the fries and the McFlurry and all that. If I were to choose right now between the big 3, I would choose Mickey D's, then probably Wendy's, and Burger King is dead last for me. You know what I mean?
Do you guys have Culver's, or is that just around us?
We do not have Culver's. We do not have Culver's. Is that like an In-N-Out or something, or like?
No, it's kind of like a fast food, like hamburger place, but
it's freshly made.
They don't have any frozen meat.
Oh, we have Five Guys is like that, I guess.
Okay.
See, I think Five Guys is shit compared to Culver's. Culver's, and it's Culvers. It has natural. They use like all this Wisconsin cheese. That's why I was wondering if it was from around here. And they don't ever use frozen meat. If you go in the drive-thru, it takes maybe an average of like 3 minutes longer than McDonald's because they are making things fresh.
Yeah, it does take a long time.
My mouth is watering right now. I have not had bread in like a month.
Oh wow. I can do that. Bread's my favorite.
Yeah, after 2 weeks, I'm probably gonna just pig out on something. Okay, so let's get to another question here. What was what kind of frozen pizza did you eat as a kid?
Jack's fry. I honestly
did you have frozen pizza?
Jack's
was like
so.
I'm trying to think of whatever the cheapest one was. Probably.
So the top tier answers, if you were in the non-garbage pile, would probably be DiGiorno's, or like Red Baron or something like that. The trashier part would be like Elio's or a generic brand frozen pizza, which is what I had. I couldn't even afford Elio sometimes. We had to get like, which would bring me to the next, which ties into the next question. What was your grocery store growing up? Like, where did your parents shop at? Like, was it like a local thing? Was it ShopRite?
I have a twofold, Jewel and Piggly Wiggly. But Piggly Wiggly isn't around no more.
That is trash.
My mom worked there when I was a kid. So, but yeah, Piggly
you're really
Wiggly
painting a picture.
Yeah.
So Jewel is part of Albertsons. You know, it's under the Albertsons umbrella. It's huge in Chicago. It's
Albertsons is big though, right? That's like a classy place,
all
right?
all the local grocery stores. I'm surprised a lot of people do not know this, but a lot of most local grocery stores don't operate on their own. They're under the umbrella of a larger chain. So like Kroger has a bunch of like local grocery stores. Some of them will be under Kroger, some of them will be under Albertsons, some will be under whatever. So there's kind of like the three big grocery giants, and then they own all the local ones, but they give them local names and local owners and stuff like that to make them local, but they're not though. So Jewel is ours.
What's crazy
Jewel
is like
the main one for me.
Jewel. I mean, that sounds like
it's Jewel
Osco.
It's
Jewel Osco. Okay, because I was gonna say Jewel is either the country singer or a stripper. You know what I mean? You know, so, but you know, like me, when I was playing the game with Kelly, she was the one that played for us on our Patreon. I was like, yeah, we had grocery stores like ShopRite, but that was too high class for us. We would shop at A&P, which is no longer around. It was really ghetto, and Key Food, which is still around and it's still ghetto. Then my girl comes out with, oh yeah, my mom went to Price Lion. Oh no, Food Lion. And I was like, that is garbage. Anything with an animal and like
So our price cut place,
Food Lion,
like,
bro.
that would be like budget of the budget would be Aldi. Aldi is
they're making them nicer now though.
But the workers are like
it's
they're
all
union.
generic.
It's all
generic food.
Yeah,
everything's
all
generic.
All off brand.
You can't get a name brand thing in there, but
snap.
that's the point. So everything's like say if you go to Jewel and a box of cereal is $6, $7, $5, you'll go there and it's $1 or $2.
Wow.
So you can get a full basket.
But it'll be like
you have to pay for the cart. And then when you put the cart back, the money comes out.
Yeah.
So you gotta like put two coins in.
No one can steal them.
And then you can't get a bag. If you want a bag, you gotta pay.
Yeah. Oh shit. So it's like instead of Frosted Flakes, it would be like Sugar Crisps or something.
That's what I was saying. It'll be like fruit circles.
Yeah.
What was your favorite cereal as a kid then? Since we're on this
I love cereal, so I don't really have a favorite. So
I didn't eat cereal as a kid. I only ate it dry, and I really liked the idea of Cinnamon Toast Crunch dry when I was a kid. Because you have to understand, I had to eat healthy. Like my parents were the ones that got reduced fat Oreos.
What?
So like it was like
reduced fat.
You don't understand. I would go to friends' houses and be like, "Oh my god, I want your fruit or your fruit roll up," because like that was not something that would be in our house. We did not have, and it wasn't like a strict thing. It's just how they shopped, you know. So to me, like when I got older, having Captain Crunch, like the first time I really experienced cereal was with you.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like that was the first like real bowl I had, and it was from Aldi. Yeah. And it was an off-brand of Honey Smacks or whatever those are called.
So
Smacks, yeah. That was the one with the frog on it. Yeah, Smacks.
You know they changed their damn recipe because they had a warehouse that a batch that went out that had salmonella in it, and people freaked out. So instead of just being like, okay, we fixed it, they decided to change their whole recipe. And it tastes like trash now. You have to get off brand. Don't ever buy the name brand. It tastes stale. I looked online. Other people are freaking out about it. It's garbage. I bought it like 6 months apart at a time. Still garbage. It's nasty. Yeah.
When I was a kid, I lived partly like half the time with my mom, half the time with my dad. And then my mom moved down south like 2 hours from here. And I went down there for a little while. I got in some trouble, came back. Anyway, but like with my dad's house, the only thing we had in there, we had one bowl. So if you want a bowl of cereal, we had one bowl that we shared, and then one big ass spoon. I think we had two big ass spoons.
Trash. You know that.
I know it's trash, but but he like, and if I wanted food though, I had to get a job. So at 12 years old, you're a grown man. You know, so I had to have a full-time job. So if I wanted to eat, I had to use my money from working. and go down to the most ghettoest store you could imagine.
Yeah.
And go, grocery shopping, and then that would be my food. So whatever I could pick up and afford is what it would be. But my mom's house, though, like my mom's so healthy. She's very healthy, but like for the kids, she keeps
kinds
unhealthy
ass shit around.
Wow.
She keeps
the most
all the good
unhealthy,
shit
yeah,
around.
all the good
Wow,
It ain't
that's
healthy
awesome.
up in that house.
shit. So when I go up
much
in
shit.
there, oh man, you could just pick out.
Yeah.
I like Cap'n Crunch a lot, and Fruity Pebbles was my thing. I think.
Frosted Flakes, I think.
Frosted Flakes is really good. It's kind of like a
Flakes.
good all-around cereal. You could do a lot of stuff with it. All right, so that's good.
What kind of milk do you mix your cereal with?
When I was growing up, it was just whole milk. We didn't believe in any other kind of milks.
No.
We just
Because there's
believed in whole milk.
2%, 1%.
Yeah, my mom was like, "Fuck this! Like, we're just gonna get the regular red cap."
The thick stuff. Give us
The red
thick
cap,
stuff.
bro.
Yeah, the red cap.
The red cap, son. Do you leave your butter on the counter or keep it in the fridge?
Oh God.
This is gonna be a fight.
My family keeps it in the damn fridge.
Okay.
And
all right.
I don't like it, but my mom insists that like it's gonna go bad on the counter, even though that's not a thing. So I've had to live my whole life with hard, miserable butter.
I like it on the counter.
So
I don't like it on the counter. If it was up to me, I would keep it on the counter. But I'm just saying, as far as like my family goes, not on the counter.
You go through it quick.
So here's the deal,
It's not
right?
gonna
Here's
sit
the
there
deal.
long.
My family was keep it in the fridge kind of family. However, I've been told, by Bearded Gear, so we have a fortunate like white person who grew up like with a little bit of cash,
Yeah.
He said that if it's salted butter, you can keep it on the counter indefinitely. If it's unsalted, you have to refrigerate it. So, I kind of understand because look, when you're having a piece of toast in the morning, right? It is easier to spread the stuff on the counter.
Yes.
It is. If it's coming out of the fridge, you gotta wait
15 seconds and try not to melt it.
Yeah, because I've had both where like I'd be over someone's house or something. I'd have a sleepover at a friend's house, and like they have the butter on the counter, and like you just go like this, and it's like spreading mad easily. But when you get it out of the fridge, it's like some chunky butter
chunk, and then you rip your bread.
You rip your bread. Yeah, because
I got a hole in your sandwich.
I had the shitty bread. I had like Wonder Bread, so it's like it's definitely gonna rip.
Right.
Yeah. So there is a reason. There is a reason that some people keep it on the fridge because it's salted. If it's unsalted and you keep it on the counter, like that's complete garbage, like right there, because it's gonna go bad.
Wait, which one is trash? The counter?
So if you leave it
unsalted,
it's kind of an an argument right now within the game on the actual Are You Garbage podcast. When they found out that if it's salted, it kind of like caused the divide, because the trash answer was if you keep it on the counter because it is dairy and dairy goes bad, right? But if it's salted, apparently it's supposed to not go bad. Like that.
I still think that the counter is trash because
I don't.
Maybe not. No, yeah, I do because I think I think
what about the tubs?
Hold on. Here's my theory.
We're not talking about that.
It doesn't matter because it's all butter.
Well,
you're talking about margarine. That's not.
Well, I'm just saying,
dude, margarine is so bad for you too. Like I remember we used to have margarine all the time, and like it's so bad.
Listen,
I know it is bad for you, but we didn't know that back in the day.
Yeah, we didn't. Not in the 90s, 80s. No.
Trash.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just talking about what we did.
The fridge is trash because if you're a trashy person who doesn't want to make your butter go bad because you can't afford more fucking butter. So you're going to keep it in the fridge just in case. So that might be the trash answer.
That's a good counter argument right there.
You know what I'm saying? It could be the trash answer.
I would say
you're so like you don't want to waste your butter and you're like, I'm just in
I would say I'm not trying to throw it in the microwave and waste butter after it melts because I can't catch it in time and I don't want to deal with a frozen piece of butter and it kept one big chunk of butter on my bread and the rest has hardly nothing because I can't spread
this shit. Ever melted butter out of bread. Never had to do that.
We're at a deadlock right now.
That's made it work.
We're deadlocked.
You just scrape it thin. Just scrape it thin.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna we're deadlocked on that one. We're gonna go to the next question. Have you ever flashed or mooned anyone?
I don't see why I haven't.
Not intentionally.
I'm already.
You know what? I streaked one time. I
Okay.
I don't know if that's intentional. I mean,
We're trashy.
Streaking is that the same thing? Streaking?
I mean, like my brothers, like I would just be like, "Yo, bro," and then my brother would turn around and I just like have my ass.
Does that count though with family, or are we talking about like out in the town? Like I thought we were talking about like not at home, like out.
You know what's crazy?
If we're talking about like going out and about and flashing people that you don't know.
Yeah.
I streaked one time.
That's garbage.
I don't think
bro.
I have.
That's garbage.
That's garbage. No, it is. It is. I was like 12.
See, you couldn't really, 12-year-old. You really couldn't get in trouble for it at 12 though. You know what I mean? You're
no, right.
You're like, look at the cute kid just running around.
Yeah, he's little wiener. And I can't imagine getting like a sex crime for some shit like that.
At 12 years old, they're pulling the sex crimes on you, dude. Like, can you imagine an adult being like, "Oh, I've been me too," like in the 90s, and you're like,
like 12-year-old?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm devastated.
What was the spot to hang out as a kid? Like a gas station, a 7-Eleven, a specific shop? Like, where did you meet up with your friends?
Mine was a Subway parking lot.
That's garbage. That's garbage. Yeah, that's garbage.
No, but wait.
I have a garbage one too.
Let me explain.
Okay,
It was a Subway parking lot next to a lake, and we found a secret beach there. So it was kind of dope.
That's,
but like the Subway parking lot is where it started.
That elevates it a little bit.
It does.
Okay.
It was actually really cool.
I think that's classy, Kara. I think that's classy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mine, I think mine's kind of classy. I have a lot of different areas. They were all different areas, but a shop. Yeah. My family had a shop, and
your family had like a shop. Okay.
Yeah, like a construction shop.
Okay.
So, because all my family did construction, everybody in my family. I grew up in construction.
That's kind of cool.
I was born in
you guys
construction.
Have that dope shed in
so
the woods.
We could do anything, like with construction, like machinery. My dad, he got hurt by a backhoe. That's how my dad got paralyzed.
So you and your friends hung out in a construction shop?
Yeah, that's what my cousins, my friends, we all hung out there.
You were like, "Hey guys, want to hang out? Let's go in the construction shop."
No, we all just meet there and we kick it. We hang out. Do whatever. And then, you'd always leave and come back. It's not like you just stayed at the shop, but I'm saying we'd all meet up and hang out there. We had a pool table.
Do like carpentry?
You don't think about the shop.
Okay.
I'll think about the shop. No, there's a pool table.
Pool table elevates it a little bit.
No, there's a different one, but there too. Think about that, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
It's a little trashy though. I mean, you have like old couches in there.
Same thing though.
That are like kind of broken with weird
Same thing
though.
I'm gonna go with
weird
pictures of posters of like girls in bikinis on the wall everywhere. It's
that
trashy.
was the shit when you were a kid. You're like,
but it was the same thing, just a different location.
Trash.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that Jerad and I go in the garbage folder for this one. But mine, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. One of the only meeting spots I really had, aside from when I was a really little kid, like in the 80s. We didn't have cell phones or anything, so people would just meet up at someone's house, like, "Yo, meet at Jose's house" or whatever, and then we'll go
on a real phone with a cord.
Yeah, with a cord, But like when I was like in my teens, this is when I was running away and stuff, and I was in Flushing a lot in New York City. That's in Queens.
What do you mean Flushing?
Flushing is the place. It's like the borough.
Oh, okay.
So Flushing Main Street is the place, and it's the city. And we would meet up in front of a Burger King.
Ooh.
We've already
And what's crazy is like at any given time, it could be 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. You could go to that Burger King and you will see somebody that you know there, and it is. That is just street kid trash stuff. So
what's funny?
Our McDonald's is like that too in high school.
Okay, so I have to kind of talk shit to you guys because we had like this crew, not nobody that I hung out with. Let me just be clear. I'm just joking. But this crew that hung out, and it was at the well, there was like a little strip mall thing, but it was like a Dunkin' Donuts, yada yada yada, and they'd all go there, and like every night they crowded. It wound up getting like pretty bad. Like the cops started breaking them up all the time. But they were like people we would pull up and like beat up because like we didn't like them in the area and stuff.
Snap.
But because we thought they were just trash. Like who the fuck hangs out at a damn Dunkin' Donuts parking lot with all their cars, and they had like all these like sweet cars, you know, with the lights and the bumping their music and shit. But to us, it was like,
so you were just beating up Asian kids that were into Fast and the Furious, like you know
there might have been
fucking rims.
There might have been some Filipinos, but I don't know. I think it was just kind of like they, you know, like what are you guys doing here type of thing. Because it took a while. Like we wound up running into each other many times before like it really sparked off.
The beef started, yo.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Well, I'm gonna throw Jared and I into the garbage pile. Kyra's gonna go into the classic pile on that one.
Well, yeah, I found a beach at night.
Has anyone in your family ever gone to watch or have been involved in a monster truck show?
Yes.
That's trash, bro. Next thing you're gonna tell me, like, my dad operated Gravedigger.
I think I misunderstood. Hold on. Anyone in my family, have they ever been
involved or have watched a monster truck show?
Okay, I have. They have not. I have. It's free. It's loud.
You talking about going to a monster truck race?
I mean, look, you're not
shit, bro.
Look, I think so, but I am garbage. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, you know, like a classy, classy individual is not going to be at a monster truck show. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, you're right. They're dirty as fuck. Like,
dirt all over
just think about who you see at a monster truck show.
So my whole family, like I said, my family, I grew up with a racing family. So like I even did demolition derby when I was like 13. Dude, we built the track and everything.
How was that?
We buried the cars and got in trouble. We took cars back there, wrecked them. We bought cars for like $150. Went back there and just trashed them. Then we buried them and made berms out of the cars with the dirt. The city was coming back there to take pictures because it wasn't our property.
What? You buried the car like little Jimmy that was never found again?
Well, they see bumpers hanging out of the ground everywhere.
It was like a video game map.
Yeah.
It was like a video game map with the cars like half buried, like a post-apocalyptic.
Well, when you went back there, most of the cars would be completely buried, but there'd be a bumper sticking out every once in a while. Well, when the city went back there, because it wasn't our property.
That's literally Far Cry 5.
I know. So they made us. We wound up having to pull up all the cars. There was like 15 cars buried under the ground. But my dad, like, we have a thing every year for his memorial at a racetrack for sprint car racing.
Yeah,
not monster.
That's
truck.
cool.
Oh, much more classy.
Much more classy.
Yeah.
I think it's actually much more garbage.
What did you get on your SATs?
I don't even know.
So we didn't do SATs.
I didn't take it, so like I'm automatically in the trash file. I didn't even take it. They switched it to the ACT. Guys, I didn't graduate high school. I took the GED.
I got a GED.
Yeah, me too.
I got a GED.
I graduated high school early.
See, Kara's classy.
No, it was actually out of a really bad reason, to be honest. It wasn't out of a classy reason. It was out of if I didn't get it done then, I was probably going to fuck up so bad in life that I wasn't going to make it through the last year. Yeah. So it was kind of like a thing of, I know what I'm doing and how bad I'm getting with all the bullshit I was doing. And so it was like, if you don't do this now, while you have the credits and can just get it done, you're never going to, you know what I mean, do it. If I hadn't done it then, no GED, guaranteed. Wow. I had enough credits because they crammed them in all the other years. And by the time you're a senior or a junior, it comes down to how many credits you need to graduate. And I was actually able, because I never took study halls, I was actually able to do the minimum requirement and leave at like 10 a.m. every day and graduate a year early. So I just fucked around all day. It was out of a really shitty reason. It wasn't like the way it sounds. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Oh, I graduated early. It was like, no, I got the hell out of there before I fucked up.
Why did you drop out?
You know what? Like, I think I went to high school maybe freshman and sophomore year.
Me too.
And I was I don't know if I ever told this story on my pod, but like that's around the time that I found out my parents split up, and like I was I just like wanted to rebel a lot, I guess. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I was a teenage kid with a lot of anger, and like I was hanging out with like Asian gangsters and shit, and like cutting class. You know, just stupid shit that you know, a lost teenager would do. And so I just didn't want to go to school anymore. And eventually I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna take my GED and like see what I could do. Never went to college or anything. No, it turns out that it's not like school wasn't for me. I just wasn't learning things that I wanted to do. If I knew that I was gonna get into digital media like I am now, if I knew that I was a creative person, I would.
You knew what you knew now, what you then, you know.
Well,
like I'm gonna give you
in school.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Like Backpack B knew that he had a fascination for computers like his whole life, right? So he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for a graphic design major in college. And like, look where he's at now. He's won 2 Emmys. You know, what knife reviewer do you know has 2 Emmys under their belt?
I know.
Because like you said, it's easier to learn something when you're interested in it. And
exactly.
Unfortunately, a lot of kids don't know what that thing is. So they either waste their time going to school for something that they're never going to use. Or they just don't do it at all, which really sucks because you don't necessarily know. And then you might find out 4 years later. And then you're like 22, 23, your friends are graduating. And you're like, well, I don't want to start over. I got to work. I got to make money now.
That's kind of my story. Is just like yours. But I was doing construction. So to me, it was pointless to be at school. But I didn't drop out for that, but I was like really close, like doing the exact same thing you were saying, but I was working too.
That's
so
awesome.
I'm not done. My dad wound up getting hurt and paralyzed, and I had to take care of him. So I had to drop out to take care of him. So.
See, you have a noble cause, man. That is classy in my book, buddy. You know
at least it's a good
I am the only trash one anyway. in this pile.
Mine was absolute trash. I know what my motives were. It was.
But you graduated.
You
did.
I did.
You graduated though. You graduated.
And I actually had a decent GPA, kinda. It was over 3.
I don't even know what a GPA is.
Yes, you do. Shut up.
What is it?
It's the point. It's like how you're
grade point average. Grade point average.
Grade point average. Okay.
Yeah, grade point average.
You didn't even know.
Okay. How about this?
Okay, next.
How do you cook your hot dogs?
In the stove, boiling water.
That's the trash.
Isn't that what you're supposed to?
Grilled is the top answer on that one.
I thought the bad answer would be a microwave.
Yeah, microwave is pretty bad.
I do
That's
that
probably
too,
the worst one.
I do that all the time.
That's probably the worst one. Right. Have you ever microwaved bacon?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the time.
But I
like it. I prefer
it on the stove, but sometimes I'm lazy.
Sometimes I just don't have time. But yeah, I prefer on the stove. But yeah, there are a lot of times because I'm only making a couple pieces, so it's like why not just microwave it?
Do you guys own an air fryer?
No.
Okay, so you should look into like getting one because this is what we
air fryer.
I've heard.
Yeah, so an air fryer basically you can fry like an entire pack of chicken, right? And it uses hot air to make it crispy and cook it, and then all
a convection oven.
Yeah, and all the juice, like all the greasy stuff flows on the bottom, so you don't get the bad parts. But also back to the bacon, you could take an entire pack of bacon and cook it at the same time, like flat like that on the air fryer, and that's what I do. So
that's bad.
I've heard about those. Yes. They sell them.
They're awesome. You can make chicken wings.
I can get a discount on them.
Yeah, dude, they're good.
We got to get one of those. That sounds delicious.
So let's get a couple of more questions in here because I pretty much have my verdict. Like Your Honor, I have my verdict pretty much. But have you ever used the
I think it's funny the way.
Have you ever used the phrase "it's 5 o'clock somewhere" or "it's beer 30"? Do you guys drink, by the way?
No, right?
No, I've never.
You don't drink, right? You don't drink?
Not really.
Shit, I've said it's 5. I've said it's 5.
The reason why we don't drink though is because we've already drank enough for a few lifetimes in the earlier years. So it's like we've done it, and it's just more of an occasional thing if other people are.
It's not that I don't drink. I'll have a drink.
Yeah, we're not like people who are like, we don't drink. Okay, listen, we don't drink. We're not like that. It's just like we just don't drink. There's no reason.
I know people that don't drink at all, and like they're totally cool. Like I've hung out with people that are like that, and I will drink.
That, actually. I don't care. Yeah. I don't mind drinking. I'll drink every once in a while. I don't drink.
We just don't drink at home. Like we're not like, oh, I got off work. Let me have a beer.
Classy.
And we would never say those phrases that you said even if we did drink, just to be fucking clear.
I've never said it's beer 30, but I have said it's 5 o'clock somewhere before.
I have family that has definitely said all of those.
That's pretty bad for that I've said that. Okay, how about
the more
this?
you drink, you just start saying the time earlier. You're like, it's 2 o'clock somewhere, and people are like, 2 o'clock.
Do you guys have tattoos? Do you guys have tattoos?
Yes.
Just Jerad,
okay.
I know.
Oh shit! Do you have any tattoos with your ex's name on it?
No.
Fuck, dude.
No. I am not that stupid.
You guys
I
are.
would not be the type. You probably wouldn't even tattoo my name on him.
You guys
Probably
are all
not.
class, but I said yes to that question. I do have my ex's name
shit.
on my body.
That sucks. Oh my god.
Look,
You know,
Kelly-
I feel like
Kelly
when you
just
do
deals
that,
with it.
you have just written the breakup date.
I was
Like-
19 years old, and it was the first time I was in love. I was like, you know, because
You're like, this is forever. This is
Look,
forever.
look,
for sure.
I'm 19. Of course, this is
so
forever.
here's the thing. It's like I didn't know, because you got to remember, I didn't
in
have the
love.
guidance that I needed because I was running away all the time. AOL was rampant in the Asian
Yes.
youth at the time, and like you could go into these two chat rooms, NYC Asians that ended with an S and NYC Asians that ended with a Z. You could type in ASL, and that means age, sex, location.
Age, sex, location. Yes.
And then like and then, you know, ask if they have a pic, and if they like you, you like them, you meet up, and you literally hook up that day. Like you're getting laid like that day.
It
You
was
know
like
what I mean?
Tinder back then.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So like for me, it was like
I remember that.
I was playing around a lot when I was a kid. I was always a player, and then I met a girl named Pamela, and I fell in love, and then I got her name tattooed
That's
on
the
my
name.
back.
It was
Pamela.
love.
Her
Had-
name is Pamela.
Oh,
She has my name too, Ray, and there's a phoenix. It's like
Oh,
inside a
fuck.
hers is bigger. It's like her whole lower back.
So then when her current man is doing stuff with her, you
Yo,
just
what-
oh my God.
when the doggy is happening, he's just like, God damn it.
She probably
He's just
looked up.
looking at it like, I don't want to do doggy anymore. She's like,
pro-
"Why don't you ever want to do
It's all
doggy?"
missionary.
Bend me over. She probably looked up Ray in every language to come up with. It means bird in
Yeah,
Egyptian.
because you spell it a little different. She's just
It's
fucking
RAI.
lying.
So it means thunder in Japanese, and he's like, oh,
There you go.
fucking-
That's what she tells everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
you can't have.
No, mine
Pamela.
is pretty small. It's like this big. It's not that big.
Yeah,
It's like that big.
The bigger
so.
you get, the
It's
more
on my
you think you're
shoulder.
gonna
It's on my
last. So you
shoulder.
you must have
You
not
know?
thought you were really gonna last. So you
Yeah.
were like, I'm gonna get small.
I thought
Doesn't
I thought I was gonna marry her, to be honest, but that was the first
Wow.
that was the first 4.5 year relationship I've ever had.
I
We
mean,
lived
I had
together,
that thought too with my
so,
first
you know.
the high school relationship.
Yeah.
I had that thought too. Like, yeah, I'm just probably gonna marry this
I think
person.
everybody thinks they're going to be together forever when they're that stupid and
Yeah,
young.
yeah.
They don't realize, like, you know,
No,
you
you're gonna
grow
change
up.
so
Dude, I'm gonna drop a banger right now. Like Kelly
Do
has
it.
a tattoo of her own face on her like butt cheek, bro. On her thigh, sorry, on her thigh. No. Look, it's a very artful tattoo. It's like
You're full of shit.
it's like no, I'm
What
not.
are you talking about? What are you talking
You
about,
guys are
bro?
laughing. No, it's like because
You're laughing.
She's always looking at you, bro. Always.
Oh my god.
Always looking at
How
you.
does that feel?
no,
for
no,
you?
it's not a bad tattoo. The first time I saw it, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Did you think she was a narcissist?
No, you know what? Like I forgot why she got it, but there's like a musical note in it. Because you remember, like, I don't know if you know, but Kelly in high school was in a lot of musicals. She was singing. She was a really good singer, and then she graduated college with an acting degree. So like, there's like a musical note, and it's like a microphone, and like her.
You know who else? You know who else has a tattoo of themselves on them?
Who?
Steve-O.
So you're telling me my girl's gonna sign up to be on Jackass?
Dude,
Jackass.
that's why you guys hooked up so good, because
Yeah.
you both were like, we both got horrible, dumb tattoos. So this is like, it's destiny. It's destiny.
You know what? So I rest my case pretty much. I think Jerad and I are trash, but Kara is. She grew up classy, but got a little bit of dirt on her towards later. But you know what I mean? You guys are all good eggs in my book.
You kept the questions in a way where I was able to get away with it, so we'll leave it at that.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I love having you guys on. You guys can be on here anytime you want. You do know that.
I love coming on here, man. I love coming on here. Anytime you ever got a free spot, you let me know and I will show up. I promise you that.
I want to do more like lives, and what I would love to do is do lives with you two, kind of like the Knife Junkie.
Yeah.
That's dangerous because you can't edit us then.
No, but that's
dangerous.
Okay. I'm not gonna edit this.
Okay.
I'm not gonna edit this.
You know, I'll be honest. I think the more we do, the better. Because I feel like the first one is like breaking the ice. The second one is kind of like re-breaking the ice and going over some stuff. After a few, that's when both parties get very comfortable and you really have a good dialogue.
I think you two are the channel that's been on here the most. I think you guys hold the record. You've been on here 3 times.
I feel very good about that.
3 times, dude. You guys are the front runners. The episodes always do amazing. And I think it's gonna do even better now. But is there anything that you want to tell the crowd before we head out? Like anything that you want to promote? Anything that I know you guys do lives on Wednesday and Saturday. Am I right on this? Or?
Wednesday and Saturday, 7:30 p.m.
Central Time. Every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time.
I do want to say something though.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
If it's okay. I heard you guys talking at the beginning about my presence on the channel, and Jerad explained it perfectly. But for anyone who's watching and doesn't know who I am at this point, because there are some people who really just watch the regular videos. They don't watch the lives. My existence means nothing. They ask him like, why are you always telling us where your wife is? They don't understand the way the channel started and everything. So hi to anyone who doesn't know who I am. I was a very big part of this channel in the beginning, but as Jerad explained, work is work. And I took on a much larger workload than I had at the time when we started. But to be fair, I also have other passions and things that I do outside of knives. So some of my time is taken up by that when I do have the free time. So, but I am on every live. If you guys, if anyone out there is interested in hearing the female perspective and stuff, the lives is really where it's at.
So, we always have a good time on the lives too. The lives are not, well, we monetize them, but let's just say they're almost not monetizable.
They're not for kids. We'll say that.
Yeah.
You guys are killing it with the lives though. I mean, your view counts have increased, your sub counts have greatly increased.
Yeah.
And your presence.
We've been very blessed.
It's because I
very
act
well
all the
known.
stickers. That's the thing. That's the thing that does it. And I love when people jump into lives and they're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Like literally, what was that? I'm like, that's my thing.
Would you guys be open to doing a live and we all eat the new Pocky chip?
I'm not for spice, but I'll do it with you though.
That one really spicy chip?
Yeah, I don't like spicy shit.
You will die.
Probably, but
stuff.
So here's the deal, like the 2021 challenge isn't released yet. I did eat the 2021 and it was bad for maybe 20 minutes.
I watched you.
Yeah, it was fun.
I remember you said this is what he said. Because he didn't drink the thing.
I didn't eat or drink anything.
It was a better idea to not drink the thing for 10 minutes. Wait 10 minutes, then drink. And he said that was good. He said he seemed like everybody who drank it before 10 minutes got
probably
fucked up.
Spread it or something.
Yes,
that's what you said.
Coated their mouth. Yeah, and it fucked them up. So like my strategy is to actually do the challenge. I think 5 minutes is the lowest where you could achieve. I forgot what belt they give you or something, but I did 17 minutes. And my mistake was at 17 minutes, like I drank some bubble tea and Kelly gave me a fudge pop. And the fudge pop.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
No, it fucked me up. So what happened was the fudge pop when it went down, it mixed with the spice, and I had like cramping, bro. Like I knew what girls go through like every month, bro. I was like,
no, bullshit.
I was rolling around on the ground, like on the live. I was like, and Kelly's like coasting. She's like, "Well, we lost Ray." I was rolling around on the couch. I was like, "What is going on?"
you watch Fighter and the Kid, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay,
you mean
so Shab gave one to his wife, and he said she loves spicy stuff. He said
Yeah.
people that think they like spicy stuff, he
Mhm.
said she outdoes them because she's Hispanic and she's always eating spicy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, she's
He said he
Mexican.
gave
Yeah.
her one, and he said she was curled up in the fetal position on the ground. Like,
Why
when's
do we
it gonna
want to do
end?
this?
That's what I'm saying. I'm
It gets
just saying, like,
hits.
I don't want to. I don't want
All
to.
right, well, you know what?
Spectate.
Like, we'll do
But I
something.
will.
We'll do something. But
Yeah, let's do something because I
it-
definitely want to do a live.
yeah,
I
it's
definitely
something
wanna do a
that
live with you.
I'm exploring now because I was introduced to the technology to do it where I could have people hop on, and
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pay for it. It's fucking expensive. It's like $50 a month, but I think I'm gonna do it.
Damn.
Because I love podcasting so much, and I think that the bread and butter of the channel is podcasting. So I think I might do it. But dudes, it was amazing having you guys on. Follow
Thank you.
Neeve's Knives on YouTube, on Instagram, anywhere else that people can check you
That's
out.
it.
They can email Jerad at jrneve@gmail.com for sharpening services.
Or just hit me up on
Ah.
Instagram.
Yes. So
Boom!
definitely
Yeah.
do that.
Got him.
Bang.
Got 'em.
If you want the sharp
Bang.
shit, you gotta go bang with the Neeve's Knives. This is your boy in the NYC. It's me, Ray, and Neeve's Knives saying peace.
Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.